Reino Unido, foco de atención, Jaime Niven, Senior Fund Manager en Candriam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
UK recession rates depends, but consumers stay unfazed. Why is that? Why is this situation in the UK economy?
Yeah, look, the UK economy has been going through a difficult patch over the last couple of months. Yesterday, as we all know, the Bank of England decided to stop their hiking cycle. So they've reached 5.25 at their previous meeting, and at this meeting they decided to pause and reevaluate how the economy develops. They have three main factors that they look at in determining whether they should raise rates any further. Those three factors are the evolution of services inflation, which has been extremely high, the evolution of the labour market, so basically the unemployment rate, and also the evolution of wages. And wages have been extremely high relative to recent history over the last couple of months. So yesterday they decided to pause in that journey of raising rates. The reason behind that is because we've seen some progress on services inflation and also in the labour market, where unlike elsewhere in developed market economies, we're starting to see the unemployment rate tick up. So going forward, I continue to believe that the UK economy is in a quite difficult place. Growth has started to slow down. We saw this morning that the services PMI is well below the 50 level that we all look at. And the growth in terms of the last reading we saw on GDP is starting to look rather anemic as well. So the UK economy is in a very difficult place.
Coming? The recession is coming for the UK economy.
Oh, sorry. Look, a recession, it's a close call. In terms of a recession, it's possible next year. For 2024, we have 0.3% GDP growth. So, as you know, a recession requires 2 quarters of negative GDP growth. It's possible that we get that next year. It's a pretty close call, but it's probably more likely in the UK than say elsewhere, like the US. The UK economy has some different factors developing in terms of the labour markets. I think the potential growth rate in the UK is lower now post-Brexit. Obviously less migrant workers in the UK, and therefore the potential growth in the UK is lower. I believe that because of that, the level of restrictiveness of monetary policy right now is quite large in terms of how far we are above the neutral rate obviously being the rate which supports maximum employment and stable inflation. So given that level of restrictiveness from the Bank of England, it's certainly putting pressure on growth in the UK, and the chance of a recession are quite high. I would agree with that.
Jamie Niven, Senior Fund Manager at Candriam, thank you so much for being in Negocios.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Nosotros hacemos una breve pausa y seguimos.